Hello again, crafters. It's Cynthia. I am back with another assembly video here for paper piecing. This pattern is called Fall Wreath, and it's a Miss Kate Cuttables design. It is really pretty, and I wanted to print it off rather large. Instead of scaling it up a certain percentage, I just changed my mat to an 8.5 by 11 size paper, and then just clicked the corner of the image and dragged it until it basically filled up that paper. So I wanted a nice good size wreath, which I will have as a base for a scrapbooking page. But anyway, that's why it is this large. And the fun part is that it's going to be hopefully a little easier to assemble because of its size. So I'm also going to assemble everything right here in front of you, but I'm going to fast forward through certain sections where I'm just repeatedly gluing, because there's 10 different leaves, 5 different candy corns, and about 21 berries to assemble. So you do not want to sit there in real time while I do all that. So I will be fast forwarding. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm using my Tombow Mono Aqua Glue. As you know, it's a personal favorite. I'm going through it pretty good too. I'll have to buy another one next time I'm at the store. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with some candy corn. Instead of using stark white, I'm actually using a real pretty ivory cardstock, because all the colors are so fall-like that I didn't want white. I thought that would be a little bright. All right, so let me get the wreath briefly out of the way. So each candy corn has a base and a center strip of yellow, a bottom strip of orange. So let's go ahead and just make one. I'm going to start at the bottom. Get a little glue down there. And just match the edges the best I can. Very cute. And then the nice yellow. And again, I used my, the orange paper I'm using is by Paper Accents. It's a cardstock brand that they carry at both Michael's and Craft Warehouse, probably Joann's as well. And the color is called Cumin, C-U-M-I-N, just like the spice. And then that golden yellow color here is Hello Honey by Stampin' Up. So anyway, there's the first candy corn, and I've got 4 more to assemble. So I will fast forward. There are the 5 pieces of candy corn. The berries actually don't need any pre-assembly, so I'll leave those. And now I'm going to start assembling the leaves. And there are 5 small leaves, and they consist of a base piece, which is again that Cumin cardstock, and then this is the same brand, Paper Accents, and this color is called Allspice, which is a real rich, warm orange, almost a red. Very pretty color. So I am going to assemble in real time this first one. And again, I love to spread out the glue just a bit with my fingertip. And this is just going to cover half the leaf. It's very easy to get it into position. So there's the first one. And again, I am going to fast forward through the rest. Okay, so there's all 5 of those leaves. And now there are 5 large leaves. And again, the base in cumin, a shadow or a top piece in allspice. And I will go ahead and dot this with glue. These larger bits I'm not bothering to spread out the glue because it won't be too much. So lay this down, even it out, and again it's very easy to tell where it goes. Very pretty. And I will fast forward through the assembly of the next 4. Okay, there's all 5 of the large leaves. So now I'm going to set these aside. I'm going to bring my wreath in here. And the wreath has triangles here where the candy corn are going to sit, and they also have little circles where the berries are going to sit. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start with the candy corn here. So we can do this first one together. So I'm just going to pick one of the triangles here on the base and put my piece into position. And I'm going to hold it down just for a moment because I really want that glue to do its job. Okay. Put some on my base. Okay. Very nice. And I'm going to go ahead and continue on, and again I'll fast forward through this. Okay, so there are the 5 pieces of candy corn, and now there are little tri-clusters, little clusters of 3 of the berries all the way around. So just like the candy corn, I used the same ivory, the same Hello Honey, and the same cumin cardstocks to make up the berries. So because there's a hole, I'm going to put the glue on the berry itself instead of on the base. And then you just pick a spot, pop it down, and then that little hole in the berry will expose the dark brown underneath. And the dark brown cardstock I used is hot fudge from My Favorite Things, otherwise known as MFT. If you hear me make mention of MFT in this video or others. That's the company I'm referring to. I've been a long time fan of that company, and have collected many, many, many stamps and dies, papers and inks from them, and their products are absolutely stellar. I have never been disappointed with the quality of any of it. My one tiny, tiny, tiny issue, if you will, is that they quite often will retire products, especially the stamp sets. And so, you know, if you see something you like, you really should try to get it the same year that you see it. I'm not sure how often they change out products, but I have missed out on a couple different product lines before I realized that they do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and continue adding berries. Okay, so now that I have all the berries attached, I think it's really starting to come together. Very, very, very cute. Okay, so now we just have to attach the leaves. And the way that the picture has, I think I'm just going to go ahead and follow the picture. You naturally can do whatever you would like. So in the photo, it shows these inside branches, this, and this. All 5 of those branches are going to hold the small leaves. So I want to make sure that they sit like that. I don't think I want that all the way through. So just a good portion of it. So I think, oh dear, what's the best way? I think I'm going to go ahead and just run some glue right here on the top of the leaf instead of trying to flip this over. Oh, well, that made a mess. Oh well. Thank goodness this glue dries clear. I mean, ideally, it wouldn't be all over the surface of your paper, but it really will dry clear and completely. Okay, so see, and I will turn it and do the next leaf. So I think lift that up while I position. Hold it just for a moment. All right, so let me fast forward through this. So there are all the 5 inner leaves, which I think look fabulous. And now we're just going to go ahead and do the very same thing with the larger leaves on the larger branches like that. So we can do this first one together. And I have found it is nice to just go ahead and put that glue because you can easily see where it needs to go. And just makes it nice instead of, like I said, trying to flip your wreath over on its face repeatedly. Isn't so great. So there is the first one. And let's go ahead and do those next 4. Right there. I think that turned out absolutely fabulous. I'm super excited to put this down on a layout. And one of the other things I think is very cool is that I've never seen an embellishment this large available in any of the stores. So that's the great thing about having a Silhouette, is that not only can you purchase these fabulous files, but then you get to make it nice and big. And so this will become a focal point now on a really nice scrapbook layout. All right, so thank you all so very much for joining me. I had an awful lot of fun putting this together today with you. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would click like. And if you also want to become a subscriber, you'll be able to catch all of my latest videos as soon as I load them. So in the meantime, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.